Court Lawson, who just walks it into the front court. Hall back into his zone. Here's the backdoor lob to Davis. No. Puts it back up and in, though, and he just muscles it for 2 more. He's got 10, and so does Princeton, and it's I think a timeout taken by the Hall Red Devils here.
Yeah, Coach Filippini seen enough as it's been Tegan Davis, and he made a 3, but other than that, Rick, it's been Tegan Davis on the block offensively.
Absolutely. The local flavor in that official is Greg Rose down there from the Oglesby area, who just went over and signaled the timeout right there. Just the 32nd, and Coach Phil's trying to draw up any play that might work offensively right now.
Yeah, they've gotten a couple shots off because they've turned the ball over twice, and defensively, Princeton has just had their way. The 3 came off a second chance point, but other than that, they've just been doing a high-low. Yep. With Tegan Davis, who, obviously you'd think maybe Laporte or Monroe, the bigger guys, but they use them to be the high on the free throw line.
Monroe comes out high a lot. He's a facilitator more than a low post guy for Princeton. Now the ball dribbled off the foot of Resetich, and it'll go back over to Princeton. Another Hall turnover. Yeah. And this is just going from bad to worse for the Devils right now.
Tennis, of course, they have unforced there, and that would have been an unforced
it would have
by
exactly.
Mac.
Lob pass comes across. There's Thompson with it. Now skips it over. And the ball in the air for 3 by Monroe. No. Resetich the board for Hall. On a full gallop, takes it up, lays it in. And Hall's finally on the board, but it took 4.5 minutes for them to do so. 3.5 minutes. 4:15 till the end of the first. 10-2 in favor of Princeton. Monroe straight away with it. Now gets it to Lawson. Looks on the skip pass. Gets it back over to Monroe again. Outside Thompson. Fake shot in the air for 3. No. Put back again by Davis. Hall's not blocking out at all on the offensive boards.
No, and Princeton's got the size advantage overall, but it's not even their tallest player. Tegan Davis is just dominating inside. And
that's right.
Another second chance point.
Davis has 10 of the 12 points. He has all 12 of the points for Princeton so far. Now the shot taken by Dye, no good. On a bust out, there's a travel call against Monroe. He slammed it, but he took an extra step. So that'll be a Princeton turnover. I think that's their first, isn't it?
It is their first, yeah. He had a two-handed jam, but did take an extra step. In the NBA, that might have went unnoticed, but not in high school. Thankfully, in high school, that gets called.
In the NBA, you could have taken 2 more than that, probably, and it wouldn't have been noticed. I like that, though. I think I hope they keep calling it that way. Things change so much in the game of basketball.
Yeah, no argument from Coach Smith in Princeton.
For Hall, the freshman Curran is in the ball game. Brandon Curran, but another turnover. Here's the bust out by Laporte, and he slams it home. 14-2 Princeton, and I've seen them a whole bunch this season. I've never seen them any sharper than this to start a game. Now a hand check call out front. I think they called that on Davis. First team foul against Princeton. 3:14 till the end of the first. 12-point Tigers lead. Ball brought in bounds, and it's tipped away by Noah Laporte on a fantastic defensive play. Loose on the floor, but picked up by Monroe, and he lays it in. Even the bad plays go good for Princeton right now. They're that hot.
Yeah, just even an inbounds play by Hall, they threw it away.
They tried to lob it to Resetich. Here's Smith with it. Kyan Smith who's in for the Red Devils. To Curran, fakes the 3, then just books it down to the left baseline. Shot for 3, no good by Smith. And a rebound taken down by Monroe. And Davis throws the ball away, tried to force it into Thompson. And here's Petcher back the other way, and he can't get the layup to go. Held ball right there. It is. And the possession arrow favors the Red Devils, so they'll get it under their own basket, attacking basket.
Yeah,
2:31 to go here in the first quarter.
Give the Red Devil credit there. Came down with the offensive rebound and went up, but Princeton tied him up. So it'll be Hall inbounding underneath their own basket.
Trailing by 14 here early. And another tip away, but Laporte just kind of ran out of room. Excuse me, not Laporte, but Davis. Playing like the defensive back he will be in college. Tipped it away, and Resetich will inbound it for Hall. They are just everywhere. They're omnipresent, are the Tigers right now.
Yeah, I just saw Matt Krasevich inbounded to Ashton Petcher, and Petcher, when he got the ball, just made a deep breath.
Yep.
I mean, it's amazing the constant pressure from Princeton.
Here's Resetich with it near the free throw line, gives up his dribble, gets it over to Dye, back to Resetich, 25 feet away. He backs farther away to try and reset the offense, trying to open up the middle of the floor. Here's Dye open for a three ball, and he buries it from the right wing. First three for Dye, and back the other way comes Davis, though, and he answers with a deuce of his own. 18-5, the score in favor of Princeton.
Tegan Davis, 14 points in this first half and
first quarter.
And other than the three, as high percentage shots as you're going to get.
That's right, he's wide open underneath. Now the shot missed by Smith, and here comes Thompson with the rebound for Princeton. Ahead to Laporte, who powers it up, shot no good, but he's fouled and he'll go to the free throw line here to shoot a couple.
Just a sophomore is Laporte. That's scary. And he's a heck of a football player,
That's
too.
That's right. They called that personal foul on Curran for Hall. That's his first.
Yep.
Second on the Devils. Free throw by Laporte is good. If there's one thing that maybe Princeton doesn't do so very well, it's free throw shooting. Because Thompson shoots 85.5% and Tegan Davis shoots 70%. And after that, there's nobody higher than 50 in the 50s. But Laporte dumps in a pair right there. See, Noah Laporte shoots only 56% from the line on the season. So in a close ball game, that could be a problem. Right now, nothing's a problem for Princeton, though. They lead by 15 with a minute 15 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, they jumped out to a 10-0 lead before Hall got their first hoop, and more pressure applied on defense.
That's a freshman, Curran, wondering what he's doing right now. Here's Smith. Good dump down low to Curran. Hesitates with the shot. Was partially blocked. Now the outlet pass comes ahead in transition. Here's Davis with the finger roll. Drops it in. He wanted to slam it, but he got too far underneath.
The assist to Grady Thompson there.
I've seen, I don't know how many Princeton games this year, Jeremy. I haven't seen a game where they didn't have at least a couple of dunks. Every game.
There's a travel, another turnover by Hall. I got them for 6 now.
Smith just lost his footing in the lane. Off the Hall bench for the first time, Grant Plim, number 12. Bryant also back in for Hall. For the first time for the Princeton Tigers, Bennett Williams, who's 6'4", and a junior, and goes at 265, and there's not an ounce of fat on him, is in the ball game.
Matt Krasevich just 2 points so far for Hall.
Little token pressure by Hall, but Phillips gets it over the timeline for Princeton. Brings it across to Rosario, back to Phillips, thinks about a three, doesn't pull the trigger. Gets it back to Christian Rosario again. Bring it back to Phillips. Looks like the Princeton just trying to work for the last shot. Won't have to wait much longer. We're down to 10. There's Rosario. Gets it to Williams. Outside, Phillips wide open for a three ball. A little strong in the back of the iron. Williams tried to go back up with it. It was blocked out of bounds. But Princeton gets it with 1.5 seconds rather, remaining here in the first quarter.
We'll see what kind of play here on the inbound that Coach Smith has with, you mentioned,
I'm going to say Tegan Davis. I thought maybe Tegan Davis would get it. Here's Thompson off the play on the inbound. Didn't get the three ball to go. What a quarter by the Princeton Tigers. They lead at 22-5 over Hall here after one. We're back after this timeout. Maybe we could read some 8 now in favor of Princeton. That three ball brought to us by In-Home Healthcare Connect. It's his own rebound. Out more at ihcc.bin. Everything so far has 18. Rebound, muscles it back up and in. around the rim offensively. We're going to work in another break. When we come back, we'll try and pick up some scores and some schedule of some games coming up around the area tonight, including girls sectional finals this evening. You'll hear more about it right here from Bureau Valley High School, where Hall trails big here at halftime to Princeton. 48-12 the score here at the halftime break. We're back after this timeout. 90 seconds.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah.
Try to stretch out my legs a little bit. Feel a little bit like a sardine. Whatever it takes to keep your family comfortable in their home, whether you're too hot, too cold, or certainly if you're the Princeton Tigers, you're way too hot tonight.
Yeah, I was looking at, they have 48 points, and in this day and age, this era, Rick, they've only had one 3-point field goal.
Yeah.
Out of the 48 points.
They haven't needed to.
No.
They just worked the ball so well.
Yeah.
And when Davis hasn't made the initial shot, he's got the offensive rebound and put it back in. So between him and then the quick baskets by Williams when he came in on the inside, and a couple of slam dunks as well by some of the other Tigers, and it's just been nothing but a textbook first half for the Princeton Tigers. We got to work in one more break before our halftime is up with the score Princeton 48, Hall 12. We're back to Bureau Valley High School after this timeout. Kind of get these things out of the way. We don't gotta.
Okay.
We're probably gonna end up getting caught 49-15 in favor of Princeton, just underway here in the second half. Second toss is in the air, and it rolls in. So Princeton already to 50 here, just 30 seconds into the second half. Here's Petcher with it for Hall.
And no running clock until the fourth.
That's right. Here's Galletti now, good backdoor look. Just a little bit too high for Brzezinski, but luckily for the Devils, it went off of, I think, Thompson, who was down there.
Yeah, a few of the Red Devils, including Brzezinski, were starting to walk the other way.
Inbound play here. Get it outside to Brzezinski. Stutter step move, goes to step inside the free throw line, hits it back of the iron, and it rolls on down. So a couple of unsightly baskets for Brzezinski to start the second half. He says, I'll take him any way I can get him. He's got a dozen. He averages almost 24 a game on the year.
Yeah, I still got a feeling Mac will get his numbers tonight.
Usually does. Here's Davis, reverses it in with the left hand. Went to the opposite side of the basket to keep any defenders away from him. He now has 26. Wow.
And many of those points in the paint for Teagan. He's been living in the paint tonight.
Here's Brzezinski open for three, a little short. Rebound loose on the floor, finally picked up by Thompson. He'll bring it ahead himself. Looks to the center of the floor, gets it now over to Lawson. Swings the pass to Monroe, skip pass back to Lawson again. Look down low to Davis, now gives it up to Monroe. Stutter step move, takes it in, lays it in with the left hand. Quick first step by Monroe.
Yeah, got to the baseline and it was almost another dunk.
He has 6 now. He averages 8 points a ball game. He's as much a facilitator as anybody on this team. Here's Brzezinski with a little crossover move. Kicks it outside. Die 3 ball is good.
Second of the night for Peyton.
And a quick timeout taken by the Red Devils here. We'll take one as well with the score. Princeton 54, Hall 20. We're back after this. Themselves here in the early going, but unfortunately a lot of the damage has already been done.
Yeah, they only had 12 points in the first half, and they've already gotten 8 points in under 2 minutes, and they've got some open looks. That was a nice 3 by Peyton Dye. So, yeah, kudos to the Red Devils for coming out of the second half and putting up some points.
Here's Monroe with it for Princeton. Outside the arc to Davis. Tried to get it underneath. Monroe picks up the garbage and lays it in. Ball was loose on the floor. He says, I'll take that. And he just banks it in from point blank range. He's got 8 now. 56-20 in favor of Princeton. Brzezinski dumped down to Bryant. He's trapped, double teamed down low. Now they get it back out front to Petcher. Steps inside the arc, takes it up a little strong. Rebound taken down by Noah Laporte. In transition, here's Thompson in a double team. Ball swatted away from him, and he loses it going out of bounds.
Yeah, he went up, and there was some quick hands by Brzezinski to challenge the shot, and that's a turnover. Only the 3rd turnover of the night on Princeton.
They have really moved the ball well here tonight. They have been prone to some turnovers of late, but not so far in this ball game. Here's Max Bryant with it outside, hands it over to Brzezinski. He's got Laporte draped all over him. Laporte, a sophomore, is going to be a great player here at Princeton for the next couple more seasons. Down low, here's Bryant, gives it up. Now gets it to Galletti, cross the lane, swing it to Brzezinski, open for 3, book it from about 20 feet away, just outside the circle on the right side.
third three of the night for Resetich, and Thompson's going to go, well, looked like he was passing. He wasn't going up in the act of shooting, got hacked.
Yep. So they'll give it an out of bounds. And by the way, that three-pointer sponsored by our friends at In-Home Healthcare Connection and IHCC Hospice.
A couple of substitutes coming in for the Red Devils.
Petcher comes back in along with Curran and Smith. Galletti goes back to the bench, as does Bryant for the Red Devils. Inbound play here. Ball stolen away by Resetich. He's got one to beat. In transition, takes it up with the left hand, and he lays it in. Mac Resetich still trying to keep things going. He's got 17. Really come alive here since the early going, and Princeton's going to take a timeout period right now. 4:20 to go here in quarter number 3. Hall trying to hang with Princeton, but the Tigers the big lead right now. We'll take another timeout. We'll be back after this on 103.9 WLPO. Pretty good shape. Only got 3 more breaks.
Okay.
Princeton with the basketball. They still lead it by 31 here against Hall with just a little over 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Davis looks down low. Thompson open for a minute, and he banks it in on the backdoor cut. Good recognition by Davis. Good cut by Thompson.
Yeah, nice play drawn up, and a timeout by Princeton. Thompson put in the shot that we saw Tegan Davis make in the first half.
Now the ball's knocked into the backcourt, but picked back up by Smith. Gets it in transition. Too far underneath. Misses the shot. Here's the bust out the other way. Here's Monroe. He slams it down with a one-hand tomahawk. And they just call a technical on Monroe.
Yeah, he was talking a little bit to Mac, and Mac's smiling about it.
Well, he's going to go to the bench. You probably won't see him again tonight. That's 10 for Monroe. And
yeah, I mean,
Coach Jason Smith does not put up with that. I'll tell you that one right now.
He's excited. It was a heck of a dunk. It was a poster time dunk.
It was, but you just can't do that.
Yeah. And Mac's playing hard, and Mac took it like a champ that he is, and he'll just go and try to make a couple free throws.
Yeah, he'll just make them pay. Free throw by Resetich is good. He'll get one more, then Hall will get the basketball. 60-26 Princeton. That's 18 now for Resetich. Unfortunately, not a lot of help for him here tonight. Second free throw also good.
And that's the thing about Mac, too. Like we talk about Princeton, all of a sudden, boom, they got 20 points on the board.
Yep.
I mean, Mac, all of a sudden, I know it's, they're down big, but all of a sudden he's got 19 points on the night. He had just 7 at the half.
Yep. He's an explosive scorer, there's no doubt about it. Here's Petcher with it for Hall. Backs away from the defense, 3-ball, a little long. Galletti, the nice rebound, goes back up with it, and he's fouled. That looked like a real good block by Thompson. Real good.
Yeah, Grady, he'll get his second foul. It looks like, actually, is it Peyton Dye will go to the line.
Yes.
And Peyton's made 2 threes on the night.
I thought it was Galletti. You're right, it is Dye who took it inside and picked up the foul. Free throw, a little strong off the back of the iron. He'll get one more here. He's got 6 so far on the night.
Not only is Monroe on the bench, Laporte getting a breather as well for Princeton.
Peyton Dye on the season, a 71% free throw shooter. Free throw, sees the roulette wheel shot, drops in. Is that 20 in the red or 32 in red? I guess it was that time, huh?
That was 32 red, yeah. I'm going out to Vegas. I'll be in Vegas this time next week, so I'll keep that in mind.
Yep. That might be a harbinger of things to come. Remember that.
32 red.
32 red. There you go. In transition, the ball picked up by Davis, and before he can take the shot, he's fouled on the floor.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, he's going to count it.
Oh, they are.
Continuation,
wow,
I guess.
That was an NBA continuation play there. The personal foul is on Curran, his second.
Well, that's when you're Hall, you finally have a good defensive stand there. You get your ball, your hand on the ball, but it just goes right to Davis, and he just muscles it in. Nothing that Hall really could have done there.
No. See, Thompson goes to the bench. I'm not sure how much more you'll see of him. Free throw by Davis is good. Completes the three-point play. He has 29, and he's probably not going to see a lot more action. I'm sure most of the starters for Princeton will not play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, may try to get Teagan to that 30 mark.
Yeah, that might be it. Now the ball stolen away again. Here comes Davis on the runway again. Two-handed hammer. Mercy. 31 for Davis. 65-28. Here's Petcher trying to answer for three-shot. No. Rebound, Teagan Davis. Bust out the other way. Here's Williams. He'll just roll it in.
I think it was the Ottawa game. Williams tried for the dunk.
Yeah, he did.
And it
didn't quite go so well, so he said, no, thank you. I'll just take the layup. Here's Resetich. Nearly got the three to go, but it swerved out.
It's starting to turn into a YMCA track meet again.
It is.
Yeah.
The rebound went to Lawson, and now a foul called against the Red Devils here. As Davis goes to the bench, you may have seen the end of him for tonight.
Yeah, it looks
Starkey's in for him.
Princeton also bringing in Jordan Reinhardt, so they're starting to get deeper in their bench.
Reinhardt doesn't play much with the varsity. He's been the leading scorer on the sophomore team all year, but he's had a couple of brothers who's come through who've been very good players at Princeton.
That's a Princeton name, no doubt about it. And Hall, Coach Filippini's going to go a little deeper in his bench too.
Yep, I would think so. Everybody's going to get a lot of chance to play in this one. Now, Williams throws a bullet past it, ends up into the storm on the end of the floor.
Look like
back to Hall.
Bennett making his play to replace Teagan Davis as quarterback next year, but I think Bennett's.
I think he's probably one of the offensive linemen,
and he's a very good one. But man, he threw that a bullet.
He did. He just flipped it with the wrist too. Here's Petcher with it, nearly loses. He's got Phillips on him. Rosario goes over to double, and then Petcher just bangs it off the leg of Phillips. He'll go back over to Hall with 1:38 remaining here in the third.
So Princeton has that lead built up now to 39, so we're definitely looking.
We're looking at a running clock in the final quarter.
That was really the only question going into this quarter.
Here's Resetich way outside with it. Looks to clear it out. He's going to try and operate one-on-one with Rosario. He takes it in, flips it up. It goes in. Count it. He's fouled. Acrobatic shot by Mac Resetich. My goodness. He was falling down, flipped it up with the left hand, and it went in.
His strength was on display there.
Yep.
And he was able to get that shot off.
Williams picked up the foul for Princeton. Free throw by Resetich is good. He's got 22 now. 67-31. Princeton from the outside, knocking it down. That's Reinhardt, number 42. First three for him. He hasn't played much varsity at all. I think I looked at the stats. He'd played in about 5 games all year. Resetich forces one up. It looked like it was partially blocked. And finally coming away with it is Starkey for Princeton. Bring it ahead to Phillips. He'll take it in, and he'll miss the layup, but put back up and in by Reinhardt. Looked like there was a goal kick on that, didn't it?
Yeah, Mac Resetich slapped it off the backboard. They let it go.
And now a blocking foul called against Princeton down there as Rosario picks up the blocking foul for the Tigers. 45.3 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. It's a common foul. Only the 4th team foul on Rosario's first for Princeton. And they bring it all the way into the backcourt as Kyan Smith traveled with it. He lost his footing and turns it over.
12th turnover I got for Hall.
Which isn't an excessive number.
No.
But Princeton has just done so many things. I'm sure they probably converted almost every turnover into a basket, usually a dunk.
Yeah, I think they have converted every turnover into at least 2 points.
Looks like they're going to work for one shot here, are the Tigers. Well, the backdoor cut. Here's Phillips. Didn't take the shot. Instead, they go to Starkey. He has it stripped away. Nice play over there by Plim for Hall. Bring it ahead. Petcher for three. Book it from nearly straight away.
Yeah, that's Ashton's first bucket of the night.
72-34 Princeton. Here's Phillips. We're down to 13 seconds to Reinhardt. Reinhardt into the paint. Gives it up. Wide open look from the wing. Shot no good by Starkey. Here comes Resetich on the bust out. One to beat. Takes it up. Lays it in. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Princeton has doubled the score on Hall going into the fourth. It's Princeton 72, Hall 36. We're back after this timeout on 103.9 WLPO. This is a minute. Then in the post game we'll have a minute and then 2 minutes. So we're good.
All right.
Snuck in an extra one there.
14, 19, 21.
We're good. We're good.
24 apiece in the third quarter there. I guess the score would be 2 and 6. I guess would be the numbers to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Resetich with.
He's right at his season average right now.
17 that quarter.
Yeah, he averages 23.7.
Yep. So. I think Filippini's probably going to let him play the rest of the night.
Yeah, he'll take him out near the end.
Oh,
probably,
yeah.
Just so he can get some recognition.
Yep.
Coming back. So barring a timeout, 8 minutes from now, this ball game will end. We have a running clock in the fourth quarter as Hall trails by 36 to Princeton. A lot of JVs in there right now. Backdoor cut. Here's Williams laying it in again. He's in double figures off the bench and really hasn't played all that much.
No, he came in the first half and immediately scored, and he's continued that.
He's probably played about 5 or 6 minutes total in this game and has 10 points. Here's Resetich outside the arc on the left side as the ball stripped away for a moment, but he picks it back up. Then he loses it again, picked away by Reinhardt. One to beat, takes it up, lays it up, no. He's fouled by Ashton Petcher. Petcher just kind of glared at him as he went by and said, no thank you, I'm not going to help you up.
Yeah, it was a pretty physical foul.
It was, he got all of them.
Yeah, on Petcher, he wasn't going to let the young Reinhardt get an easy two.
The sophomore Reinhardt, who's not played a lot of varsity ball this year, has done well in the short time he's been in there. He's got 5 points. That foul on Petcher, by the way, was his third. 5th against Hall and the team in the second half. Free throw by Reinhardt is no good. He'll get one more.
And coming in for Hall is Caleb Bickett for the first time tonight.
Bickett and Bryant.
Bryant back
Bickett
in.
And Bryant. Bryant started. Resetich going to the bench. That might be it for him.
Yeah,
Having a brilliant career in Spring Valley tonight in basketball. He still has the baseball season to go, but Mac Resetich has done everything he can for this Hall team that just didn't have a lot of help for him this year for the most part. Free throw is good by Reinhardt. He has 6 now.
And that'll be in the end of the night for Bennett Williams for Princeton. Gets a nice hand.
Pretty much a JV game now. I don't think there's any starters in for either team. Nope. Bryant technically was a starter today, but didn't play a lot at the beginning. Now the ball stolen away. There's Phillips in transition. He lays it up, no, and he's butchered, and he'll go to the free throw line.
You can tell the officials wanted to let that go, but you couldn't.
Take your pick on who that one might have been on. It might have been Scary, number 10.
Hall's number 10, Scary.
It is. His first is the 6th against Hall. This is a 2-shot opportunity coming up right now for Tyson Phillips. First free throw is no good.
A couple more new players coming in for Princeton, getting the Tiger student section excited.
Carter Patterson, number 20, is one of them. Also in for the first time, Daniel Sousa, number 30, a junior. We'll pick up the Hall players for you. One more free throw coming here for Phillips. He misses both. And the rebound taken down by Bryant for Hall. Scoots ahead with the left-handed dribble, now gives it up to Meager. Skip pass comes across, 3 ball in the air, rimming a little bit short that time by that shot was by Bickett. Now Meager misses a 3. Hall still has the basketball left. Down to 4:40 to go. Here's Bickett again, and he lays it in. Excuse me, that was Bryant. Nice drive by Max Bryant right there.
Yeah, that was Max's first basket of the night.
75-38. Answering at the other end for Princeton, and that was Starkey, number 24, James Starkey. Here's Bickett with it for Hall. 77-38, they trail big here. Here's Bryant. Gets a screen from Plim out front. Has Reinhardt on him, now backs away. Bryant, one of the returners for next year for the Red Devils.
Yeah, getting a little more experience. He'll be obviously a starter again as a senior.
Yep.
And he plays baseball as well.
Skip pass comes all the way across now. They get it to Scary. Nearly loses it. Here's a shot forced up and in that time by Caleb Bickett. Bickett, who doesn't see a lot of playing time, is a junior. He'll be back. And a timeout just to get some substitutions in. Galletti back in for Hall. Also in for the Red Devils, Yair Santiago.
Yeah, both teams, everybody's going to get to play. Nearly everybody looks like. Yep, everybody's going to get to play.
I think everybody who's is dressed has been in the game. Looks like.
Get to postseason, get in the box score.
Yep, how about that? Here's a backdoor play. Starkey had it for a moment. Now they give it up to the outside. 3 ball is dropped in by James Starkey.
You said it, instant offense.
He is. Oh, they called it a.
That's
no,
a 3,
they did call it a 3. Okay, 80-40 Princeton. A lot of points. This is the third time they played, and Princeton has been 80 or more every time they played Hall this season. They'll go 3-0 against them on the campaign. Here's Galletti with it in transition. Shoots one up a little bit short. Long rebound. Comes all the way outside. That's Byers with it. He takes it coast to coast. Byers with his first 2. That's Brady Byers, a senior. That was a double dribble right there by Bickett. It'll go back to Princeton. More action on the bench for the Tigers here. Number 32, Caden Hansen, a junior, into the lineup.
Starkey will go out. Brady Byers was a big contributor on their success on the football field.
Starkey, as we said, scores almost every time he gets in the game, whether it's 2 minutes to go or 10 minutes to go. Here's Sousa with a wild shot, no good. Rebound taken down by Hall, and that's Josh Scary who got that one, and he's fouled outside. This will be a common foul here.
Yeah, get the last 2 players in for Hall.
Number 22, John Newfin-Turnage in for the first time. Santiago came in just a minute ago. Here's Bickett with it outside for Hall. Hit it to Santiago, nearly threw it away and did. Ball picked off, 1 to beat, taking it up, shot no good by Lindsey Koenig, but he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 as they called the personal foul on Turnage.
Yeah, and this could almost be about it. The clock will run despite free throws. We're under a minute now.
Free throw rolls in by Landon Koenig, his first point of the game. One more toss coming here. Free throw is also good.
Well, they hurried that along, so Hall will get
one more chance at it. 84-40 Princeton. Princeton will get their 29th win of the season against Tulane. Banker goes down by